Why should you stop texting first? Imagine this. You stop texting first. You let them wonder. You give them space to come to you. The moment you stop chasing, the dynamic shifts. People are naturally drawn to confidence, but not the kind that seeks attention. It's the quiet, subtle strength of someone who doesn't need to prove their worth. In that space, curiosity grows. You become the person others are eager to reach out to. In this video, I'll show you how Stoicism helps you embrace that strength, stop texting first, and leave a lasting impression without saying a word. Hey there, welcome back. Today, we're diving into something that might sound simple, but is more powerful than you think. Texting first. It's something most of us do, without even thinking about it. But what if I told you, it's not just a habit, it's a reflection of your inner state? By embracing Stoic principles, we can stop chasing after validation and start attracting the right energy effortlessly. Let's explore how letting go of this habit can free you from unnecessary stress and help you build more confident, balanced relationships. Here are some of the best ways to make them wonder. Number 1. The art of not chasing. The Stoic concept of self-sufficiency is foundational. Marcus Aurelius once wisely stated, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." At its core, this is about detachment from the need to chase external validation. When you stop texting first, you stop chasing the approval of others. You are no longer looking for signs of interest or affirmation from outside yourself. Instead, you learn to cultivate your own self-worth and remain calm in your own confidence. Texting first is often a way of seeking something that should already be within. The Stoics taught us that happiness and peace are not reliant on external circumstances, but on our internal state. When you let go of the need to chase, you free yourself from the burden of constant expectation. You become someone who does not need to constantly assert their presence. Your quiet confidence does the talking. People are naturally drawn to those who don't need to chase. They become intriguing, mysterious, and ultimately more attractive. The Stoics remind us that our value is not defined by others' actions, but by our ability to remain composed and self-sufficient. The next time you're tempted to text first, remember that true strength comes from not needing anyone to validate your worth. Number 2. The power of silence. In a world where we're constantly bombarded with noise, silence becomes a powerful tool. As Seneca once said, silence is a lesson learned from the many sufferings of life. Silence isn't just the absence of sound. It's a deliberate choice to hold space, to allow things to unfold naturally. When you stop texting first, you create that space. It's in the silence where curiosity grows, where people begin to wonder what you're thinking and where your true power lies. It's seductive without being overt. When you don't immediately respond or initiate, you create an air of mystery. People start to pay attention. They begin to feel that you are someone worth chasing, someone whose time and energy are not easily given away. The beauty of silence lies in its ability to make others want to fill it with meaning. It's a magnetic force, and you wield it when you stop texting first. The more you embrace silence, the more you allow the people around you to be drawn into your world. When you don't say everything at once, you leave room for curiosity to blossom. In a sense, the silence speaks louder than words ever could. It's a space where intrigue builds, and that's where attraction grows. Number 3. Confidence is quiet, not loud. Epictetus once said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." When you stop texting first, you take back control of what you can control, your own actions. Confidence isn't about constantly seeking attention, and it certainly isn't about begging for a response. True confidence is calm and steady. It's about being secure enough in yourself that you don't need to chase others for validation. Texting first is often a cry for attention, but not texting first is an expression of inner peace. By embracing Stoicism, you understand that your happiness and confidence come from within, not from the messages you send or the replies you hope for. By stepping back, you stop forcing things to happen, and instead, you allow them to unfold naturally. Your calm, composed nature becomes magnetic. Others will be drawn to your ease, your ability to remain unaffected by external forces. Confidence isn't about being loud. It's about being quiet and letting the world come to you. When you stop texting first, you become the person who is unshaken by the need to fill every moment with words. You show that you're comfortable with space, and that's what makes you powerful. Number 4. The seduction of self-sufficiency. There's an undeniable allure to someone who is self-sufficient. As Seneca so wisely said, "He who is brave is free." When you stop texting first, you are choosing to rely on yourself, to stand firm in your own worth without needing external validation. Self-sufficiency is sexy because it signals strength and independence. When you're not texting first, you show that you don't need anyone to define your value or to make you feel worthy. You are complete on your own. This confidence doesn't come from arrogance. It comes from understanding your own value. People are naturally drawn to self-sufficient individuals because they exude security and calm. You become someone who doesn't need anyone to complete them, but instead attracts people who are drawn to your wholeness. This quiet strength makes you irresistible in the most subtle way. You don't have to chase affection. It comes to you naturally because people want to be in your presence. The Stoics believed that true freedom came from mastering oneself, and when you stop texting first, you show that mastery. You don't need to reach out or beg for attention. Your worth speaks for itself. Number 5. Mastering the pause. There's a deep power in the pause. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, to be calm is the highest achievement of the self. When you pause before texting first, you are practicing emotional mastery. The world rushes us to respond, to be quick and reactive. But true Stoic strength lies in taking a moment of stillness. In this space, you control your actions instead of letting your impulses dictate them. By resisting the urge to initiate a conversation, you show that you are in control of your emotions and your responses. This pause becomes an act of quiet strength. People will notice your ability to remain calm under pressure, to not rush or chase after things that aren't meant to be. This composure, this mastery of timing, makes you seem more desirable. You've become someone who doesn't need to hurry, and that's incredibly attractive. The Stoics knew that patience and emotional regulation were essential to living a fulfilling life, and mastering the pause is a critical part of this. Number 6. Trusting in time. Time is the ultimate reveal. As Epictetus once said, time is a great healer, but a poor beautician. When you stop texting first, you're placing your trust in the natural unfolding of events. You're allowing time to work its magic, knowing that everything happens when it's meant to. Stoics understood that rushing things is futile. Instead, you let time reveal people's true intentions and allow relationships to develop at their own pace. You stop pushing for instant results and instead, you embrace the slow and steady pace of life. This trust in time is powerful because it signals that you are secure and confident enough to wait for the right things to come to you. People will be drawn to your patience, to your ability to trust that good things come to those who wait. When you stop texting first, you stop forcing, and instead, let time bring the answers you seek. Time teaches us what truly matters and reveals the true nature of those we interact with. The more you trust in time, the more you learn to accept what comes without pushing it. Number 7. Inviting mystery. There's something incredibly alluring about mystery. As Marcus Aurelius wisely put it, what we do now echoes in eternity. When you stop texting first, you create space for others to wonder about you. People are naturally curious about the things they can't immediately access. Mystery is an invitation for others to get closer, to seek you out and discover more. The more you hold back, the more intriguing you become. You stop revealing everything about yourself in the first moments, leaving just enough to be uncovered. This keeps people coming back for more. The Stoic approach to mystery isn't about being distant or cold. It's about holding your ground and letting others prove their interest. People are drawn to mystery because it challenges them to discover something deeper, something more meaningful. And in this dance of attraction, you don't need to chase. You simply let the mystery unfold. By embracing this quiet allure, you become the kind of person others want to get to know. But they have to earn it. Number 8. The beauty of detachment. One of the most seductive qualities you can possess is detachment. As Seneca said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Detachment is the ability to let go of the need for constant reassurance. When you stop texting first, you let go of your need for immediate gratification. You no longer depend on someone else's response to feel good about yourself. This detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means that you care about your peace more than anything else. When you master detachment, you free yourself from the emotional roller coaster of waiting for responses. This emotional independence is incredibly attractive because it signals that you are whole on your own. You don't need anyone to complete you, and that confidence is magnetic. The Stoics knew that true freedom comes from within, from the ability to let go of the external things that once held sway over us. By mastering detachment, you learn to navigate relationships with ease, allowing them to unfold naturally without the pressure of constant chasing. Number 9. Letting others lead. One of the most empowering decisions you can make is to stop initiating and allow others the chance to show up. In relationships, the balance of effort matters deeply. When you always text first, you're the one holding the weight of the connection. But when you pause and give the other person space to take the lead, you gain clarity. You see who genuinely wants to connect and who was only responding out of habit or convenience. The Stoic philosophy encourages us to release control over others' actions and focus instead on how we respond. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Letting others lead isn't about playing games or being passive. It's about respecting yourself enough to no longer force conversations or seek out people who don't value your presence. It's an invitation to mutual effort. Those who care will notice your absence and reach out. Those who don't weren't meant for your energy anyway. This principle cultivates self-respect and saves you from emotional exhaustion. In the end, love and connection thrive in reciprocity, not in pursuit. So take a step back and watch who steps forward. That's where truth lives. Number 10. Reclaiming your energy. There is something profoundly liberating about reclaiming your emotional energy. Every time you initiate a message, especially when it's not reciprocated, you're giving away a part of your mental and emotional space. While connection is important, it should never come at the cost of your peace. When you stop texting first, you redirect your energy back to yourself, and that shift can change everything. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this. and you will find strength. By taking control of your own energy, you stop giving others the power to dictate your mood, your thoughts, or your sense of worth. Reclaiming your energy is not about closing yourself off. It's about being mindful of where your attention flows. You begin to invest more in your own growth, your passions, your well-being. Instead of anxiously checking your phone or overthinking why someone hasn't replied, you find peace in the present. You realize that anyone who truly values you will not need to be chased. They'll meet you halfway. Your emotional energy is sacred. Use it wisely. When you protect your peace, you become more powerful, more present, and infinitely more attractive to those who matter. Final thoughts. To wrap things up, remember this. True strength lies not in chasing, but in letting go. When you stop texting first, you start to embrace your own power. You stop seeking validation from others and let your energy naturally attract those who are aligned with you. Just like the Stoics, who found peace within themselves, you too can stop chasing and start living in a way that draws people in effortlessly. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need this reminder. And remember, the most magnetic people are those who don't need to seek attention, because they already have it.